sunk cost fallacy. We've invested so much in this that there is no pulling out. We're gonna keep investing until the ship sinks with all of us in it. Hello everyone, this is the 26th of August 2024, coming to you from beautiful northern Sweden, as usual, yours truly, with an update on world's event with focus on the Ukraine crisis, the special military operation. So before we get started, I've mentioned in my previous video that I was working on the quality of my uploads, and I'm going to repeat it one more time so we get that out of the way. I know most of my viewers are from India, so I'm making a call to my Indian boys for a subscription. I have an upcoming video on Modi actually, and if you're excited about that, leave me a comment and give a sub. And now that we got that out of the way, let's move on with the news. First of all, I just want to make a small parenthesis about Mr. Pavel Durov, founder of Telegram, has been arrested in France. Oh, this guy's messing up my sound. Has been arrested in France and is currently in custody on charges of wow, the list is long, guys. There is drugs, there is hosting pedocriminal material, all sorts of trafficking, wild guess, CIA. I think France is simply executing the command, and I think Edward Snowden have mentioned something about this, and I'm gonna keep an eye on this and try to see how these events unfold, but I think this is a proof of who we are dealing with here. Again, the autocratic one world order striking again as those whose primary focus has been freedom of speech. So the freedom of speech is endangered and become more menaced by the day, by this strange world order we are currently living in. And speaking of world order, let's go over to Ukraine, guys. On Independence Day, our dear friend Mr. Zelensky unveils a long-range drone missile produced by Ukraine and ready to rock and roll. I don't have specifications right now about the range of that missile, but we need to think about some things here. We need to think about some things because Independence Day wasn't a speech for peace when it comes to Mr. Zelensky. This was a call to more escalation and to more war, and he wants to demonstrate that he has now the capacity of striking deep into Russian territory. So sunk cost, guys, sunk cost fallacy. We've invested so much in this that there is no pulling out. We're gonna keep investing until the ship sinks with all of us in it. That's the strategy, basically. This is a confirmation to me that this is an infinite spiral of escalation, and it's worrying. It's very worrying. What's the name of that missile again? Palinitia? Am I saying that right? I pulled that out of my phone right now because, like I said, I'm not a Ukrainian speaker. Palyanitsia. Yeah, I like the trick here, guys. Allegedly, this is a word that is difficult to pronounce for Russian speakers. It's allegedly some form of, it's a type of bread, Ukrainian bread, and the word is typically Ukrainian and is difficult for Russian people to pronounce. And I like the trick. This reminds me of something back in World War II. Those paratroopers of the 101st Airborne were using some sort of identification call in the dark during D-Day, lightning and thunder. So if I saw someone in the bush that I wasn't really sure who it was, I will yell lightning, And the fellow was supposed to answer thunder as an American or in English. And they chose specifically this because thunder, or the sound th, is really difficult for Germans to pronounce, you know. So I kind of see the trolling here, and this is you can't take that away from them. The Ukrainians, they're good at the trolling game. They're really good at this. But anyways, guys, sign of further escalation, and producing a weapon like that during a time of chaos and a time of war, pretty sure they didn't do that themselves. Okay, so that implies a couple of things here. It means the West has been involved in designing, producing that weapon with the benefit of deniability, because we said we weren't going to use HIMARS to strike over the border to Russia. We said we won't provide long-range weaponry basically to strike on the territory of Russia. But now, no. We help them to make their own so they can use it by themselves. See what that looks like? Oh my God, the proxy war is brutal. And I don't know where we're going with this. Or at least I kind of know where we're going with this. If that trends continue, this is gonna be ugly, guys. It's gonna be ugly. And Operation Headless Snake, or the Kursk incursion, isn't going too well, obviously. I think you guys all got the news that this is starting to becoming increasingly difficult for the boys to maintain a presence there, as the rest of the Eastern Front is collapsing. So pretty complex situation here. And now, no shit, guys, the goal is to try to fortify this and to maintain a presence in Kursk, you know. So all the resources are being drawn, the best men, the best equipment is being drawn from what actually matters to try and inflict damage on Kursk and try to maintain a menacing or threatening presence there. This is not gonna last because we all know that the Russians are on the way. Putin went to visit the Chechens a couple of days ago, and that was it was impressive. It was impressive, and I think that he's getting ready to get those guys to Kursk to exterminate those poor Ukrainians over there. And it's not beating any good. That visit is not beating any good, and those guys look motivated. They have what it takes. You know, the Akhmat division is already there, inflicting quite significant damage on the Ukrainian forces that are currently located in Kursk. So guys, I don't see Headless Snake being fruitful as an operation. We discussed that many times, and I think that the time will prove us right, and many of my predictions have been right. You need to go back to my previous videos and you will see that I actually have something going on with my prediction. So that deserves a sub, my Indian boys. Remember that. And everybody else, you know, yeah. Yours truly brought you the truth. The eye of the Viking, how do you call that? Seer. Seer was the word I was looking for. Someone able to predict the future. But no shit, I'm no seer, but I have some common sense, and sometimes, in many cases, my predictions are right. So you guys need to check that out and give a sub for more predictions. So this is what I wanted to talk about today. It's not that much material, there's so much more. I'm going to remind my Indian boys to subscribe, and anyone else who's interested in seeing more content from beautiful northern Sweden, from yours truly, the Black Seer. And I'll see you on the next video, guys. There's so much to talk about, and I'm going to keep uploading. So I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.